So today's subject is 5 reasons why you are still lonely, why you are alone and consistently be alone. Now, some people want to be alone. I'm cool with that, but this is video specifically for those people that want to go out and be with somebody, but they can't find that right person and be with them and stay with them. You either want to leave them or they want to leave you. Here we go. Number 1, first and foremost, you punch above your weight. Martial arts terms, that's what we call it. In combat sport terms, you're fighting above your weight. What does that really mean in relationship terms? Well, basically, you've got what we call a Christmassy bird, and you look like Christmas pudding, if you get what I mean. You neither have the finances to keep up with her, the looks, the cars, the houses, the lifestyle, and whatever else you need to do. And unfortunately, money plays a big part in that. You can have all the other things and not the looks and still have an 8 or a 10 ranked woman in your life, or vice versa. As a woman who may not be that great or that attractive, but be extremely successful, you will become attractive to a man who may be an 8 or a 10 and you may be a 5 or a 6, whatever scale you work on. It's very important that you match, you understand where you are. You never need to be a realist, because I do believe anyone could be in love. I'll give you an example. Luke Combs, a famous country and western singer. I don't know if you've seen him. He's ginger, he's overweight, probably by about 100 pounds, and his wife is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. I wonder why. Well, he's Luke Combs. He's rich, he's famous, known all over the world. He's still fat and ginger, and there's nothing wrong with gingers, by the way, but he's still fat, in my mind, not very attractive. He's not a Brad Pitt, for example, right? That's the exception to the rule. You go good looking, rich and famous, I guess you get Angelina Jolie or whatever. Actually, you probably get whatever you want. Rule number 1, don't punch above your weight. It's all delusional, because sooner or later, either A, your money will run out, or B, you find somebody else who's better than you, who will be better looking than you, with as much money as you, if not more money. And she'll be attracted or drawn to him. People are drawn to physically attractive people, as we are as men, as women are as women. They don't look at a guy who's unattractive and go, oh, he's ugly. Oh, no, I just love my husband. Well, that's right. She still might love your husband, but if there's an opportunity and you're not treating her right, then maybe, just maybe, she might decide to jump ship or revise her options. So rule 1, your standards are too high. That's pretty much why you're lonely. Now, you may get and hook an odd girl here or there, an old lady here or there, but sooner or later you'll get busted, or she'll move on to somebody else. Number 2, the opposite of number 1, which is you're punching below your weight. So you get in the safety zone and you punch deliberately below your weight. You get somebody that you believe is not as attractive as you, not as financially successful as you, doesn't have the ambition you have or the drive or desire, but you want her to be a wife or work with you, and you need a comfort zone. Punching below your weight usually comes after you've punched above your weight. That's why it's number 2, not number 1. So you normally on a rebound, and you just grab anyone or anything for comfort. Normally end up breaking their heart as well, because they realise, or you realise after a short period of time, you're not really in love with them. I actually don't want to be with you. And that's life. Needless to say, in my experience, I see people who punch below their weight as men. In other words, they take women who are, and there's no such thing as because you're better looking, you're better than somebody else, or you're worse looking, you're worse than somebody else. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the physicality of attraction and success and what you bring to the table. And if you are that person, here's another example. I don't know if you've ever seen Wolverine's wife. Wolverine is a handsome guy, great body, rich, famous. I'm not sure if you've ever seen his wife. Yep, that's it's different. You wouldn't have imagined that. Now you can say, Lee, you're just being shallow. I am being shallow, but I'm being truthful, because most people are shallow. Hello? They want shiny objects. They want Porsches, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, whatever they want. They want what they want. They want the best of the best. So please don't think I'm shallow. And please don't think if you are a 5 or 6, or you know where you are on a totem pole, or you are overweight, or you are not in shape, or you're not the prettiest person in the world. Remember, there are things you can do to rectify that. We also cover that in our book, and I have written a book on 69 ways to make you more attractive as a man instantly. There's things that men do, especially in their 40s and 50s. There's things that men stop doing that they did when they were younger, and they wonder why they can't attract anybody, or they're not being relevant in their arena, which is part of why we're going through this right now. And a plug for the book, of course, you can get the book in a link down below. Number next, the reason why you may be lonely or not with the partner that you deserve is that you are not being seen enough. Now, I'm not saying you should go out there and do TikTok videos and Instagram nonsense, doing whatever you do, but you're just not being seen enough. And in today's day and age with social media, it is so easy to be seen. When I grew up, when I was a lad, I can't even believe I'm saying that, but it's true. When I grew up, to meet somebody, I had to physically meet them. There wasn't cell phones. There was an analog phone in your house. You had to get the girl's number and then call them at the house and pray that their parents didn't answer the phone, or meet them independently randomly. So you went to discos, you went to youth clubs, you went to parks, you went to anywhere you could to try and meet that person, that girlfriend that you wanted at that time. So I got good at going to being social with other people and going to different events and mixing with different people, exposing myself to a different crowd, and therefore exposing my availability and my look and whatever I had going for me to lots of people. So when I was 18, I won my first British Championships when I was 16 years old. I was in the British team, I was 18 years old, and then I was traveling with a team at 18. And then, the European Championships, all that stuff. And so that gave me a presence in a newspaper. Almost every week I was winning a tournament. So that gave me an outreach program, didn't it? People knew who I was, and I started teaching martial arts. The average person would say meet back then, no social media, remember. You'd probably meet maybe your people at work and maybe 10 other people. I was meeting 1,000 people a week on average. I was in front of, pressing flesh, not that kind of flesh. Or sometimes that kind of flesh, but it's irrelevant. The bottom line is the reason why I got so much attention wasn't because I'm super stunning good looking. I weighed 140 pounds. I got buck teeth. I'm not the best looking guy in the world. Obviously, top 2, maybe me and my brother. But that's a joke, by the way. Bottom line is it was because I was exposing myself, not literally, to lots of people, hundreds and hundreds a week, and the average guy wasn't. We did a kill count, they call that now, and I was up to about 100 by the time I was 19, and most of my classmates had done like 2 or 1 or none even, and maybe 5 or 6, and I was looking at them thinking, God, if they only knew. There wasn't a touch point or someone I didn't come in contact with where there wasn't some kind of physicality going on, from a hairdresser, a tanning salon, manicurist, massage, whatever it was. Everybody wanted a piece. It was there to go around. And that's why, because I was getting known in my hometown. So in order to be someone or get the person that you want, you have to leverage yourself. I'm not saying go crazy. There's dating apps now, which are absolutely bonkers, and they're having their toll on people. We've got another video coming out about that, of the dating app scene. Admittedly, I haven't been on the dating app scene now for 5 or 6 years. So it has changed dramatically. While I was on it, I got some really interesting results, amazing results. I remember living in the Philippines, living in Manila in the Philippines. 10 million people in like a 10-kilometer radius. Absolutely insane what was going on, or what could happen, or what you can do. Probably still insane, if not more so. Manila is actually crazy, even though Angeles City is probably the geared towards the adult entertainment industry. For the people that want to find a real partner, or the person that's actually a working partner that wants to be with a foreigner, that is an amazing place to be. So my point is, if you are still lonely, you have to get out there. You have to go out. You have to do things you don't normally do. Take up a hobby, start a new, or introduce yourself to a new bunch of friends. Get to know friends of your friends that maybe you never met before. And that's how you expand your social circle. 9 times out of 10, you're going to visit the same places, the same restaurants, the same bars, the same clubs each and every week. You go to work the same way. You don't change the way you go to work. You don't change anything what you do, so therefore you get the same results. Again, definition of insanity is do the same thing over and over again and expect to get a different result. You have to do something extremely different to get a different result. And the more extreme you go, the more different the results will be. So there you go. Expand your horizons. So easy with social media right now. Join some social media groups even in topics that you're interested in. You'll be surprised what will happen. Super simple, super easy. Don't even have to leave your house like old man here had to do back in the day. number 4 kind of overlaps into number 3 is that you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And quite frankly, in business, it's the same. If you're training in a martial art, in a combat environment, it's the same. If you're not winning tournaments or not winning championships, then you need to change your trainer, don't you? You know, if you're not getting the results that you want with your partner, you're going to change your partner. You're not going to stay with her or him. I wouldn't. I have no hesitation in leaving anybody that's not meeting my needs or has like-minded goals or is taking care of me. So I have no hesitation in changing my environment. I recently just walked away from another business I wasn't happy with, so I walked away from it. It's okay. It's not a problem. If I don't like it, I'm going to change it. I'm not a tree, and you're not a tree. So doing the craziest thing again, comes up in 3, it's going to be there in point number 4, is to do the same thing over and over again, expect to get a different result. It could be that you're just on Facebook and you're not on Instagram. It could be you're on Instagram and not on Facebook. It could be on Instagram and you're not on Twitter. It could be on Facebook, you're not on Twitter. I don't know what it is. In today's day and age, the list of apps and available dating apps that are around is incredible. It is mind-blowing. And it's mind-blowing how many inquiries that you can get, and it's mind-blowing the level of interest, at least initial interest, you can get. For the most part, can be a big waste of time. There's other systems we got for that to actually meet and greet people in face-to-face, in person. Sometimes you can have 100 likes, but remember, you're only looking for that special one, right? Or 1,000 likes or 10,000 likes. That's happened before. And number 5, the 5th reason why you are lonely, why you are not getting the results, why you're not attracting the woman of your dreams that you want to have, to be, to look like. And it's probably this reason, and you're not going to like it, I'm afraid. It's probably because you're not taking care of yourself. If you sit there and you say, well, I want a woman that's 5'7", that's blonde, weighs 110 pounds, 140 pounds. Geez, that's massive here in the Philippines. For 5'6", you can get away with it. They're normally about 5 foot here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about yourself? And most importantly, everything that you request in a woman, or you want in a woman, how her character traits are, how she looks, how she dresses, how she acts, what her job is, then look at yourself. Write your own list about what it is. And we've got a cheat sheet for this coming out very shortly. And as soon as it comes up, I'll put it up online for you. So the cheat sheet describes what exactly is what you want and exactly is what you are. You should start with what you are right now. Where are you right now? What do you look like? And it's funny, so many guys go to the bars and like, God, she's fat. And, you know, I'm like, really? Yeah, she's a little bit overweight, a little bit chubby, I guess. And chubby over here, by the way, is about a size, what would it be in England now? I can hardly remember. Size 10, maybe? Size 10 English size? Size 12, maybe? Here is, you know, no. They're nothing like compared to Western women. We got some big ones, big girls here, but for most part, no, we don't. If you want to attract something in your life, generally there's a thing called projection reflection. So if you are that thing that you want, you're more than likely to attract it to you. If you are successful, if you are in shape, if you are a happy person, if you've got a great personality, if you spend your time speaking positively about other people, if you're not argumentative, if you are enjoying life, you're more likely to meet somebody else who's also enjoying life, who is positive, who is in shape, who does take care of their body, who does work out, who does eat relatively sensibly, who does drink sensibly, doesn't do drugs, or does do drugs if you do drugs. I don't know what it is you do. I don't know is what you're looking for. But what really matters is that you have to take care of yourself. We've written a couple of books on that. I've got Sexy and Sassy Over 40. I've got a 30-day plan for that as well built in. We've got the 69 ways to make you look sexier as a man in seconds. Some of those things I actually do. Most of them I actually do, in fairness. Some of them are expensive. Some of them are cheap. Some of them are just pennies. Some of them actually cost nothing, from personal grooming to your health, to your fitness, to your well-being. And all those things add to a person that's more confident in themselves. Now, I'm not an unconfident person because I do those things, because I take care of myself and my body. Things may be good or things may be bad, but I dress the same way, I look the same way, because I have what I want and exude a certain amount of confidence that you too should have. People get what they want because they work towards getting it. And if what you want is that kind of a person, well, be that kind of person. If you are grumpy and you are miserable, well, what sort of person wants to be with a grumpy, miserable person? No matter how well you look. I don't know. Well, it ain't going to be me, is it? And it's certainly not going to be that beautiful girl that's walking down the street who's about to bump into Mr. Wonderful. Hopefully not the real Mr. Wonderful. So there you have it. The 5 things you can do to stop being lonely and start really, truly enjoying your life and finding your perfect partner. That's all from me. Peace out. We'll see you on the very next video. Take care.